From Chicago streets to the courts beat, South Scott Dan on the podcast seat. Bulls breaking news, talking stats and views. Every player, every play, we never lose. Horns over hoops, we're the Bulls troop. From game analysis to fan scoop.
What is good, Bulls fans and Horniacs? And welcome back to another edition of the Horns Over Hoops podcast, postseason edition again. We are your hosts for the evening, Sal Bass, Scott Berman, Dan Gracie. Fellas, how are we doing? Hold on, never mind. Dan, I'm sure you're doing pretty good. Not that I'm not interested in hearing how you're doing. Not that I'm not interested in hearing how you're doing at all, but hold on. We have fine. Mr. World Traveler on hand today. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but
whatever.
We have Mr. Worldwide, Mr. International, Scott Berman, who just got back from vacation. Where'd you go?
I went to France for 9 days.
Hanging out with Wemby? Or?
No, I did not see him there. But I did watch some pickup basketball in a park right near the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. How was it?
Fine.
Trash.
It's pickup basketball. It's like, how good can it be? No one was dunking. Right. I don't know. It was just basketball.
Hey, man, I've seen some people throw down on pickup ball.
So not everyone over there is like Wemby? Is that what you're saying?
No, but there is
the French
guy in the draft that's supposed to be pretty good.
What's his name?
Now I think it's debatable.
I forgot his name, but I want to say he's supposed to be like a top 10 pick.
Top 10 pick? Oh, wonderful. Yeah. I mean, like, what else did you do besides? Yeah, I haven't been out of the country in 20 years, so like,
I doubt you went over there to watch some basketball.
Yeah, that's all I did.
He spent 9 days courtside.
So when we get to France, first we're flying overnight. So we left, I think our flight was at 6 p.m. We get to France. It's like an 8.5 hour flight, and it's a 7-hour difference. So I want to say when we left the airport or got to the airport, it was around like 10 or 11 a.m. The airport's super confusing. Like, you pick up your luggage, but you have to go downstairs to get to where the taxis are. And it was very confusing. Like, there's only one exit, but it's like a circle, and there's just a bunch of doors that are locked, that are just emergency exits that you can't touch. So it's super weird in the Paris airport when you land. So we did that. We didn't know where we were going. Luckily, we ran into a scammer that told us, "Oh, you need a taxi," and then just rushed us outside to this fake taxi that we got in. It like, it felt super sketchy. It felt super sketchy because he was like,
"This is how hostel starts."
Yeah, he was like, seemed super in a rush, like kept telling us all this kind of stuff, like, "Oh, you got to go do this, you got to do this, all this," and it's like, this seems a little sketchy. And then at first I thought, like, oh, he's just a cab driver in the area. We get outside and immediately he hands it off to another person. I'm like, oh, this is absolutely a fake cab. Like, he doesn't have a taxi thing on his car. There's no like Uber sticker or anything. So
just like, get in a regular ass car. Did you just get in a regular ass car?
Basically. So
fucking God.
Yeah, we get in there and like there's no like whatever that odometer thing is that shows like the price.
Oh,
he starts it on his phone. He starts it, and by the time he turned his phone off, it was already at like 2 or 3 euros. And I'm like, this is absolutely some bullshit, because like, I was looking at the Uber before and it was like 40 euros to get to Paris or like our hotel. So we're like, I'm like messaging Alex because I didn't want him to like hear us.
Right.
And I'm like, this is absolutely a scam. And we're probably like 2 miles outside of the airport, or just like, and I say, "Hey, I'm not paying more than 40 euros. And he like freaks out. He starts like trying to argue with me in French. And I'm like, I don't understand French. I'm not paying more than 40 euros. That's what it is. That's all I'm paying. And then he calls the guy that that like hustled us, and basically the guy tried to argue with me. He's like, we're not Ubers. You can't get Ubers from the airport. You have to take, this is the black cabs. This is how much it costs.
Can you do it in a French accent?
No. Dude, I was thinking the same thing.
No. So yeah,
this is how you do it.
Yeah, basically I argued with him that I'm not paying more than 40 euros. And basically the guy says to drop us back off at the airport. He drives us back to the airport. And when we get to the airport, he's like, okay, 15 euros. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'll give you my card. Here's 15 euros, charge it. And he's like, no, 50 euros cash. And I'm like, no, I'm not fucking paying you 50 euros. I was like,
just walked away.
Yeah. And then I started yelling, and I'm like, open the trunk. And then a security guard started walking our way, and he just like kind of like got upset and just like opened the trunk and started swearing at me in French. And then I ordered an Uber, and it cost me 40 euros to get to the city.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just do that to begin with?
Because I didn't know where I was going, and it was kind of like, I don't know. We were very sleep deprived.
I mean, you're probably jet
it was just,
in a different country and everything.
Yeah, it's so easy for them to take advantage of people. And Alex was telling me, is like, there's signs everywhere telling you not to get in these cars in the airport. It's like, why didn't you say anything?
The first thing you do. The first thing you do. I'm going to get in this car.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And
just
then,
look at the sign.
Americans.
Alex definitely doing that.
And then we get to our hotel, and like, I'm so tired. And I tell Alex, okay, she's like, I'm going to go take a shower. And I'm like, okay, I'll take a nap. She goes in the bathroom. I just fall asleep like immediately. And it like, she comes out maybe like 45 minutes later and wakes me up saying she's going to do this. And I'm like, what just happened? I was like, I don't even remember falling asleep. It just like, yeah, it was just fast. And then I continued to sleep for basically the rest of the night while she went out and just stayed up. She did the catacombs underneath Paris, which basically they just emptied out the cemeteries and just like piled up like the bodies and all the skeletons just underneath Paris. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She went to the Louvre and like just walked around Notre Dame.
She see the Hunchback? She see Quasimodo?
No, unfortunately, he is not real. Not real.
Sanctuary.
Or is dead.
No, I shouldn't do that.
And then I eventually woke up, and then I met them to go up to the second floor of the Eiffel Tower. We walked up to the second floor, which it's basically 30 minutes of straight stairs. It's a lot of stairs.
So far, this sounds like an awesome trip.
It's a cool
fun fact for you.
Looking
took a
like
nap,
the whole area around the Eiffel Tower is really cool. Like getting up there and like looking over the edge is cool. But that was my first day in France.
Fun fact: did you know that it is illegal to take pictures of the Eiffel Tower at night?
That is not true because I've done it.
Well, you just committed a crime because if you look it up, Scott, go on with your story. Dan, Google it. You'll be surprised. It's 100% illegal to take pictures of the Eiffel Tower at night.
I don't believe that's true, but okay. The next day we get a car, drive down to southern France, about 2 hours. Is it true?
You're wrong. No, sounds wrong. Sounds wrong.
No, it's 100% true. Anyway, go on.
Okay, yeah, we drive down to southern France. We basically have a house down in this city called La Roche. It's like 2 hours east of Bordeaux. It's in like medieval town that's like kind of built into the side of a cliff. It's a really cool area, but central France looks like Wisconsin. Like that's the only way I can describe it is Wisconsin. It's just flat farm fields and that's it. And it's just like random hills and like random forest. The only thing that's missing is just like big road signs and the occasional Trump flag. And then you have Wisconsin.
Wait, sorry, what happened? There's Trump flags in Paris?
No.
No, he said
Central France looks like Wisconsin. It's just like farm field. It's just flat farm fields and then like hills and like occasional hills and forests.
But, sorry, I was reading. I can't multitask.
Yeah, we stayed there for 6 days. Around there, we did some prehistoric like tours through like caves where they had the prehistoric cave paintings of like the animals, which that was pretty cool. Surprisingly, it's like basically the caves like collapsed and preserved everything, so it's like the literally 20,000+ years ago paintings.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great.
What's really crazy,
what about the food?
Well, I'm not there yet.
Oh, I apologize.
I'm not there.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Story.
But, so the cave paintings, one of the cool things they were saying is they made candles just like of rock, and then they just put animal fat on it. They like kind of glued the rock onto the side of the cave, put animal fat and then lit it, and then they built scaffolding in the cave. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It is interesting. So much history.
Nuts.
Food wise.
It's food time?
Yeah,
finally.
it's food time.
All right.
Finally. We went to 2 Michelin star restaurants and then 1 fake Michelin star restaurant.
How does
Fake?
one become
I'll
a fake
get to
Michelin star?
that. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one, it's in this chateau that's like looking over this river, super fancy place, looks like a castle. They basically treat it like your royalty, where you have food comes in and out, like different waiters bring it each time. It's super fancy. Food was fine. It really, it was more about the experience of the chateau than the food, I would say. Like, I've had really good food in that. It wasn't bad food, but it was fine.
What about your bread and butter that you were so high in?
Okay, let me talk about this.
Right.
I'll get to that after I do the other restaurants.
Okay.
So the second one, we go to this place. It's called Lyon de Train, I think. It's in this just medieval town. Like right across from it is a castle that you can walk through. Like right across the street. But it's like this outdoor like cafe type like patio restaurant. We go in there, we get this we get a table outside, obviously. We do the 5-course tasting meal, which surprisingly not that expensive. I want to say it was 95 euros. A euro is about $1.13, so what, like $105 or something like that, 110, yeah. But either way, you do that in Chicago, a 5-course tasting menu, what are you spending? Like $200 a person?
Probably
if not
easily,
more,
Yeah. So chef the restaurant is run by the guy is from New Zealand, the head chef, and his wife is what's the wine person called?
The wine person?
Yeah, like the person that does like pairs the wine with it. With
the whiner?
Either way, his wife is
the winery.
His wife is the person that like she tastes all the food and says, "Here, you need to do it with this wine." But so it's basically this somewhat younger couple. Most amazing food I've ever had.
Really?
They did a lot of fish, which I'm not a fish guy. I really don't like seafood. Most amazing fish I've ever had. We had trout. We had a fish called turbo. Never heard of it.
Okay.
But everything that we had just kept getting better and better. I've never been so full too. For the dishes aren't that big.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if they were just the small plates.
They kind of are like the smaller like portions,
like the one bite kind of thing.
Not fully. You get like the appetizer. We got 3 of those, 3 small bite things.
Oh, okay.
But it ended up being like officially 7 courses because it's like you got like an amuse bouche or the appetizer and that kind of stuff. So it was like little things in between, but everything they made was so good. Like it's just like, I can't describe it. It was just the best food I've ever had. To top it all off, we're outside in this like the patio with the chairs. There's like cemented area, and then there's a big grass area that's inside the restaurant. Everything's like, it's like hedged off, like the size where the restaurant is. There's just a big dog turd just sitting in the middle of the lawn. Like I'm just sitting at the table staring at it the whole time. Like, is that a dog turd or is that a stick? Like, we literally walked right past it, like going to our table. Like, it stayed there the whole time. And we were there for 3 hours.
You expect
3 hours
poop to just move by itself?
No, but someone
either one of those weren't moving.
Yeah, but you think someone's gonna go clean it up? Like,
cleaning up someone's random dog turd?
You're at a fancy restaurant and you're just gonna leave a big dog turd just out?
It's time to play. Is it a stick or is it a dog turd?
Yeah, so that happens.
I mean, it's France. Maybe they're fine with dog turds.
Amazing food. We did have one day of a private chef come to the house we were staying at. We were in asparagus area. So we're in a weird area. They do a lot of walnuts. They do a lot of asparagus. They do a lot of duck. And they do a lot of foie gras.
Oh, foie gras, yeah.
The duck there in France, it's so much better than the duck here. Like, it's not super oily and greasy. It's like cooked really well. It's just like, I don't know what they do, but it's so much better than what we have here. The asparagus there, amazing. But we had private chef come in and cook for us one day. That was awesome. And then the fake restaurants there was a hotel restaurant in town. It has a Michelin star logo on the outside. The host of like the place we were staying at said, you have to go here. It's the best place ever. She was saying it was a Michelin star restaurant. Turns out it was a Michelin star hotel years ago.
What the heck?
Not a Michelin star restaurant. So they kind of trick you. It was the most average food I've ever had.
Really?
I left a 2-star review on their website, on Google, because of just like how disappointed I was of just like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Like,
I get you.
For how much I'm paying, I expect better. Yeah, it's just like, it's fine. Like, there's a restaurant that was like right up the walkway that we went to twice. So much better than that place. And like, the way I can describe it is tourist fancy restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Like, American tourist fancy restaurant. Like, people come there, Americans come there, like older, like Americans that come with their family and like, oh, this is the best French food. It's like, no, this is not good.
You're wrong.
That's the only way I can describe it is,
It's the French Olive Garden.
Not quite, no. Not quite like that, but yes, the basic premise of, well, this is French food, this is how it's supposed to be. No, it's not. This is like, I feel like stuck up saying that, but like, after having an actual Michelin star restaurant compared to that, we did a hot air balloon tour, which was cool, which I don't know if you guys have done hot air balloons. It's weirdly smooth. Like, you kind of expect it to like sway. It's just like,
no, it's just float.
It's weird.
It's awesome is what it is.
Right? It's really cool. What was really kind of crazy is we did it in the morning. So we did it at like, I want to say we took off at like 7:30 in the morning. Not much going around in that area, but we're up, I don't know, 1,000 feet or something like that. You could hear dogs barking like clearly. It's kind of crazy, like how loud they are. But hot air balloon was cool.
Love hot air balloons. Yeah.
Yeah. Went back to Paris. Don't think I'll ever go back to Paris. It's fine. It's a city. It's designed like you want to go to the center of the city, like with carriages. It's not designed for people to drive cars. So it's wild trying to navigate Paris. People piss everywhere. So it kind of, the city smells like piss. It's just
your
what is with
everyday
you
city.
And going to places that smell like piss everywhere you go?
Cities smell like piss because people just pee outside. Cities are
every city
like,
I've been to.
I'm not
even here in
impressed
the
with
States.
I'm not impressed with cities. It's a lot cleaner than all the cities in the States because that's just Europe. They take care of their cities. They clean up. Like we were literally at a cafe and there was just people walking around that work for the city just picking up garbage, like just off the street. But
I mean, I bet you Paris is cleaner than
Chicago.
Portland.
Oh yeah, like
any
just,
West Coast city.
It's just any city. Two things. The first thing brought up by Samadi on, what was that, 2 episodes ago about France and rude people.
Yeah, shout out Samadi.
I ran into 2 sets of rude people. The first one was 2 women that were from New York. They heard me, like we were at a restaurant. They heard me go, you have to go pay at the front of the restaurant. And they heard me speak English. They stopped me and said, "Where are you from?" I told them, and then they just stared at me. And then,
where are you from? Like in the United States?
Yeah, they were just like, "Where are you from?" And I told them, I was like, "You're from Chicago area." And then that was it. They didn't say anything else. And then I asked them where they're from. They were like, "New York." And then I looked at like one lady, and then I looked at the other one, and she just said, "Hello." And I'm like,
all right.
Okay. So first set of rude people, New Yorkers, these two old ladies that were from New York. And then the next one, well, actually going back to the New York one, when we were leaving, one of the guys in our group, Kyle, or Dan, Kyle, goes up to him and asks them, is like, "Hey, what are you guys doing here? We're from the States. Like, what are you doing?" And they're like, "We're on this food tour. We're going to these nice restaurants." And Kyle's like, "Well, we went to 2 Michelin star restaurants. How many of you guys been to while you're here?" And they're like, "No, we haven't been to any." He's like, "Well, you can download the app and it'll show you where all these restaurants are." And then he just walked away. And it's like,
that sounds like
all right.
Yeah. So it's great. So he kind of just shut them down because it's like, why are you being rude? The next rude person was, the last day in Paris, we booked this like really fancy hotel. It seemed like a hotel that like old rich Americans stay at. Like old money Americans will stay there.
Oh, okay.
It's like, it was a super nice hotel, but like the front desk lady, well, the one that checked us in was super nice and helpful. The lady at like in the afternoon after the lady that helped us left was like, we walked in from the street and they're like, "Can we help you?" And I was like, "Hey, I'm just going to my room." I showed her the key and she was like, "You have to leave your key here. You can't take it out with you." I'm like, "What? No one told me this."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "What room are you in?" And I was like, I told her which room. And she's like, "Oh, you're only here one night. Good." And then she kept asking, I was like, "What room are you in?" And it's like, why are you attacking me? I literally paid to be here. I told you what room I am. I showed you my key.
What?
Like, just stop. So
interesting.
Maybe they don't like Americans staying there or something.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
And then to end the trip, we were supposed to have a flight back. We were supposed to land in Chicago at like 1. I woke up 7 a.m. or I woke up around 5 because we were supposed to leave at 7 a.m. to a text saying, "Your flight has been canceled."
That was it.
That's what I saw. That was the text. That's what showed like when I like tapped my screen. It said flight canceled. When I actually looked in the text, there was technical issues with the plane, and they rescheduled us for a flight at 5 p.m. landing in DC. So we were supposed to take a direct flight from Paris to Chicago, landing at 1. Instead, we were taking a flight at 5, landing at, I want to say, like 7 p.m. And then a flight from Washington to Chicago, landing at like 11:30. So, yeah, it was basically a 21-hour travel day.
Interesting. Jeez, dude, that's terrible.
Yes. I would hate that. I would absolutely hate that.
Well, I mean, nonetheless, welcome back to the good old USA.
Wait. I did have one other thing because you asked about the butter.
Okay.
French butter, it's fine. It's not that great. Like Irish butter is the best butter. Bread in France, amazing. Croissants, amazing. Any sort of pastry, amazing. We actually went to a place that had by one of our hotels. It was a croissant that they cut in half, filled with like raspberry jam or jelly or whatever, and then put more raspberry jelly on top. Amazing.
So aside from getting mugged and,
I didn't get mugged. I almost got scammed.
So apparently your presence in France just pissed everybody off, Scott.
Yeah. What did Dan, you tell me to hold on.
Oh, I was just gonna say that yeah. So I fact checked. You can take photos of the Eiffel Tower at night if it's for personal. If it's commercial,
correct,
then you have to get licensed by you have to do all this paperwork or some shit from France to get the approval
or something.
Yeah, something like that.
See?
But so Sal, you were right. Scott was right. It was 50-50.
Yeah. See, I told you. I don't know where I found that out. It was one of those honestly, these are the facts that Scott would tell you. You're just standing there randomly and he'd be like, "Yeah, did you know it's illegal to take a picture of the Eiffel Tower?"
And then just do it.
What? And then he just does it.
What?
Tell us more about France, Scott. This is the French episode. No basketball today. We just thought this story was so good enough we made it its own episode. But
no,
tell us about France.
Outside of him watching pickup basketball.
Yeah, that was the only basketball. But
one thing I've kind of noticed, at least with Paris, which we really don't see it in the States. They do people just go hang out in parks. In front of near the Louvre, there's just a massive park where they have fountains and a bunch of statues and stuff, and people just go there and just hang out. Same thing with the Eiffel Tower. There's a huge park, just people go there and just you can go drink wine outside and just hang out on the grounds. There was several gardens we went to, same thing. They also have these really cool chairs where they're just somewhat leaning back a bit, that are just sitting out there. It's just normal lawn chairs, but they're leaned back, so it's you can I don't know, they're just nice.
Are they sun chairs?
No, they're just regular chairs that they just have where you just can lean back in. They're just sitting out.
They're just regular ass chairs.
It's a slight lean back. It's not that far. Oh, I forgot to tell you about, we did a wine tasting at a winery.
Oh, lovely.
That French
it was, yeah, it was kind of in the middle of nowhere, which was kind of cool. Usually I'm not a fan of Malbecs, at least the ones in the US. They're soury. They're too sour for me and bitter. The ones we had there, amazing and surprisingly cheap. Every wine they had there, I think the most expensive one was 13 euros. But part of that is they kind of expect you to drink wine with every meal, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. That's kind of what it's like in Italy too. You go to Italy, you're drinking either beer or wine with every single meal.
Yeah. One thing that did get us several times because we weren't ready for it, because we were just okay, let's go do this next thing. Where we were in south of France, from 2 to 7 p.m., all restaurants are closed.
Yeah. It's a European
that's wild
thing.
to me. Yeah,
we were not
insane.
expecting that. It took us a couple days to figure it out. We knew it, but we weren't paying attention. So it's hey, we haven't eaten anything since we really haven't eaten anything. And it is 3 p.m. What can we get? Ham and cheese sandwiches over there. I don't know what they do. Amazing. It's weird. You can literally just go to a gas station and get a ham and cheese sandwich just on fresh bread. And it's just so good.
Maybe it was so good because you haven't eten anything that day.
That could be.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
It could be, but it was a good sandwich.
Well, you kind of touched on it, but aside from just being terrible cab drivers, I shouldn't say that. I love you, but how was it? Okay, let me just backtrack. If I'm an American going there, which I am, how American friendly, I suppose, how tourist friendly it is if you're an American. I don't know how to answer that.
So a lot of French people, at least in the service industry, speak some English, which is helpful. I would recommend learning a bit of French. Kind of funny, when we were in Paris, we were walking through one of the gardens, and there was like several cops behind us, and Alex speaks some French or can understand some French. And they were just talking about how dumb Americans are because they don't know where they're going and they're always asking questions and being rude. And
I'm sorry, do I look familiar to you? It's because I don't fucking live here. What do you like?
Yeah, but it's really, if you have Google Maps, it's so easy to navigate because it just tells you where you're going. But like immediately when we like Alex tells me that, and then we immediately exit the garden, and then there's this 70-year-old lady with a printout of Google Maps with directions talking to a local asking where to go. And I'm like, oh my god.
It's like, this lady took time out of her day to go to a computer, type the address in.
I think that's what
print
a lot
out.
of the people that like visit France are people that are retired that like, hey, I never traveled. Let's go to another country.
Right.
That's my parents.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your parents just did that.
Really, it's not hard not to be rude, to like kind of figure out a little bit of their customs, and it's not that bad. Like it's pretty easy to be courteous to people. Like when you walk into a store, they say hello, you say it back. You say
correct.
You say you're well or thank you when you're leaving places.
Common courtesy.
They don't tip, which is I'm all for.
No,
we don't do that in Italy either, though.
Yeah, well, it's tipping culture is getting stupid here.
Yeah.
Tipping culture is getting ridiculous around here.
Tipping culture. Okay, see, in Italy, we pay our waiters and waitresses just normal pay rate. Here is just an excuse to pay your waiters.
Well,
a lower rate.
It's gone beyond just the wait service.
Yeah, that's my issue.
That's my issue too. I understand you should tip certain people for services because we all have a friend named Alex who was in the business of moving furniture and delivering furniture, and when he didn't get a tip, he would bitch about it, and it was I feel like it was justified. So I tip those kind of people if they do a good job.
Yeah,
but I got Chili's the other day online, and it forced me to tip them. They didn't do fuck all.
Did you get it delivered or did you pick it up?
I went to pick it up.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Oh, really?
When
you got there and there was like, hey, did you want
to? I already
paid online.
I paid on my phone, and then it was just like, what do you want to tip? 20, 18, or 15? And there was
no. That's bizarre.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't want to give you a tip. You didn't do anything.
Yeah, if you're not, I'm not going to tip you as like someone. Like I went and got a slice of pizza today, and they were it asked me if I wanted to give a tip. All you did was take a pizza out of a warmer and put it in a box. I'm not going to give you extra money for that. You're already charging me too much money for a slice of pizza.
Honestly, like they used to do that at my dad's, because as many of you guys know, my dad used to own pizza place, and some customers just on their own would just leave cash or whatever on the table, and
right.
We divvy it up amongst the wait, not the wait staff, because we were taking we just divvy it up against everyone. But there were some phone people who just thought it was theirs. Like, well, he gave it to me. It's like, you didn't do anything. Well, I don't even know why he's tipping you. All you did was ring him up, and he just said, here. I don't know. Like, yeah, I agree with you guys. There's some instances where tipping is 100% what you do. Wait, or what is it? Food industry as far as waiting, haircuts, like any sort of service where
like a delivery, like I would say delivery service.
Delivery, absolutely. Like
I tip. If I had a massage yesterday, I tip them. That kind of thing.
Yeah, stuff like that. But you don't need to go to like, I don't know, because it's everywhere. They all do the same thing too. Oh, it's going to ask you a question. It's like don't even say that. It's going to just tell me the truth.
I hate when tips are already included.
Yeah. And then they ask you for more. Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, you're allowed to tell them, I don't want to pay it, but you have to be the cheap ass that tells them, hey, I'm not paying for this.
And no one wants to be that guy.
No. Here's the thing, man. And a lot of people who work in the restaurant job are going to be watching this, and they're going to say the trademark line, if you can't afford to tip, stay at home. Okay, I get that. It's not that we cannot afford to tip. Just some tips are just ridiculous for what you're asking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a way to make more money on top of your already elevated pay rate. You know what I mean? If you're making $20 an hour, you don't need a tip. You don't work on tips. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was a server for 7 years. I know this.
Yeah,
exactly.
The food industry needs to up their pay for their servers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's start that. Let's start that revolution.
Absolutely.
All right.
You heard it here.
You have any more questions about France?
No, I want to get back on a plane and go to France here.
Hold on. How many protests did you see? They love to protest over there.
0, but we opened the glove compartment of our car, and there was a yellow vest. So I was like, "Oh shit, we're going protesting."
It's a traffic vest.
I know, but that's the thing in France is they all wear the yellow vests and protest.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, Italy, I know it's apples and orange, but same, European, but like they all carry a vest because if you break down on the side of the road, you have to, by law, put up they give you a little plastic triangle.
Yeah.
That you're supposed to fold up and, yeah, everyone has one. They're just trying to be safe, dadgummit.
But I don't think I would go to France again. Well, I take that back. I do take that back. Because we are talking about doing a trip to the UK and then doing the Channel, which is the train from London to Paris underneath the channel.
Oh, yeah.
And then taking another train to like northern France, doing some like World War II stuff, like Normandy or something like that.
Ooh.
But other than that,
good time.
I'm not really. France is fine. Like,
it's okay.
It was a fun vacation, but I'm not as like, I would say countries I visited, it's second out of 3. Like,
oh, okay.
No, second out of 4. Because I'm not a fan of Ireland other than the cheese and the beer and the butter. But Ireland's a depressing country.
Jeez.
It really is. Well, think about
Irish. This explains so much.
Ireland was basically ruled by England for like 800 years, and they were never able to like flourish and do anything themselves. So like England ruined Ireland. That's why so many Irish people came to the U.S. to get out of English rule.
Well, good news for the Irish. They are getting their first ever Taco Bell soon.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Good times are coming.
Exactly what they want. But yes, France is fine. Scotland's still the best country I've ever been to.
It's because it got your name followed by land.
It's not that. It's just the Highlands are so cool. It's just like you're driving. It's the most like scenic, beautiful country I've ever been in. You're driving along these like roads in the mountains, and it's just like green mountains everywhere and waterfalls coming down everywhere off these mountains. There's just sheep everywhere. It's just like a really beautiful country. Edinburgh is such a cool city just because it's such a medieval city. And it's just like, it's just really cool. Plus, it's somewhat haunted, which is, who doesn't love haunted stuff? Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to ask you this, because this was the French episode here. This is, like I said, this story was so great. We devoted an entire episode to it. But Scott, you're going to be doing the only participant of the game, Mount Hornsmore, because we weren't there and I've never been to this country. So I want you to give me your Mount Hornsmore of top 5 things about France.
The cave tours are really cool with the paintings. The bread's amazing.
Ooh, bread. Yeah.
The wine is really good. Like,
okay,
wine in France is so much different than wine here. Like, when you drink a wine here, you get like red wine, you get like a dry, weird aftertaste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Don't get that. Like, it's so smooth. It's like, it's so different. Like, I don't really drink much wine, but I was like, we just had bottles open at all times. I would just like pour myself a glass. that Michelin star restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember what it was called? Let me guess. Chateau de
No,
la
it was like something Leon.
Bordeaux. Oh, okay. Ponce
Yeah.
de Leon. Got it. Number 5. Please tell me it's the cab drivers.
Well, the Uber drivers are fine. Uber drivers were cool. No, you know what? You know what it is? One of the coolest things we did is someone made an escape room inside a castle.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
So we did this escape room. It was in French, but this lady like got part of a castle that you could literally do tours part of the castle, but she got part of it and made an escape room in it, and it was really cool.
Oh, jeez, dude. Damn, that sounds like a good time. Man, now I want to go to France. Or just
France,
leave the country.
It's fine. Really, I think it would, if we didn't have that house in like a general area that we were staying, I think it wouldn't have been as enjoyable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Still, my mom went to France, and you know what's funny is she kind of gave a similar story. Not like she didn't do all the activities you did,
Yeah,
but as far as like
it's
relations with the people there. But yeah, she's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just, here's my opinion. It's like, it looks like the pictures except bigger. You know what I mean? If you like it, you like it. If you don't,
I have no problem with France. It's fine.
Right. It's just
like,
okay.
I'm guessing if I go to Germany, it's going to be the same thing. Like the UK, I really think it's going to be the same. Like,
yeah,
I think I got
Not
part
Italy.
of. Well, who knows?
Italy will blow your ass away.
But I can't eat that much pasta.
Oh, no, I don't know if I want my ass to be blown away.
Italy will blow your
I'm
ass
kind of
away.
attached to it.
Just because, like, there's so many different places to go in Italy that, I feel like, all right, here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff to do in France, but in the end of the day, there's just one Paris. Like Italy, you got like Milan, you got Pisa, you got Naples, you got Venice, you got the South, you got Sardinia, you got a bunch of mini vacation spots. Like, they'll all blow you away.
Yeah,
I'm really obsessed with this being blown away today. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to continue the European tour.
I wanted you to say the Euro trip.
No, but we have a group chat, and I kept trying to figure out a way to send like in where it made sense in the chat. Do you remember in Euro trip when they took the train and that guy kept getting in their car and kept saying "Muscusi" and kept
the
like
Italian
touching
guy?
the guys?
Yeah,
Kept touching his leg. I was like, I kept trying to figure out a way to put it in there. I heard the Kyle and Trisha, the other couple we went to, did a trip through Italy, did several Michelin star restaurants. They said it was amazing food. They loved Italy.
Who doesn't love Italian food?
Vivek did his honeymoon in Italy where I think the eastern coast of Italy, they like stationed at one city and then hiked to the next town and then like took a trip back and kept doing that for like 5 days, like went and had dinner and stuff at the town and then went back to their hotel. So I've heard nothing but good things about Italy. Yeah. I have no want to go to Asia. I would do New Zealand. I don't want to do like Japan or like China. Like I'm
warming up to like maybe one day I will check out South Korea. Maybe
same thing. I no want to do South Korea. I would rather do New Zealand or Australia.
Oh, so you're more of a sights person. That's what it is. You like sights. You like landmarks.
Yes.
Okay.
And again, I'm not big into cities. And like, you're going to get that if I go to Japan, I'm probably going to have to go. I'm going Tokyo. I'm going, I'm going all that. I can't remember others.
Osaka.
Seoul's in
South Korea.
I know. I'm just saying Asia.
Yeah,
I see. Like that's the thing. There's difference. I know a lot of different parts of South Korea. Like Seoul's good, but like there's Itaewon. There's like a bunch of other good places to go.
Right.
But I'm a food guy.
I would do Thailand though, just because.
Oh, dude, I
want Thai street food so bad.
Yes.
Thai street food.
Come on, Dan. What are you worried about?
No. Like for like I'm with you about going to like these Asian countries. Like I'm there for the food. that is
right,
it. Like,
right.
like
That's
I'm
kind-
not there for the landmarks. If I'm there for the like landmarks, then I'm more on Scott's side. Like I would rather go to like New Zealand or Australia than an Asian country and everything, just because like I'm there for the food plus these other things.
Yeah.
Right. I get it. All right.
Nothing against like the
Well,
Asian people.
No, I'm just not a fan. Plus, I don't want to, like, 8 hours is a long flight already. Flying to Asia is so long. It's like a 18-hour flight, but you're also having to stop in, like, you're going to have to do a connection in, like, San Francisco or, like, Washington.
Right.
Oh, to get to Asia?
Yeah. You can't do a direct flight from Chicago.
It's like 20-something hours. No, you can't.
But this is going to be the same thing if you go to like Australia. You're actually connecting in like Japan or somewhere like China or something like that, or Tokyo or whatever, Taiwan, something like
China?
that. Yeah. So 8 hours was a long flight already. So I don't know if I want to do that long.
It's a 12-hour flight to Hawaii.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
I would do Hawaii. I think that's the furthest. But again, I think I would stop in like San Francisco for a day.
Okay, makes sense.
Like my parents took
Scott,
a red eye back from Hawaii. That was the worst thing ever.
Oh
God!
Oh
God!
Terrible. That is terrible.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Jeff,
it's like 10 hours from here to Italy. I mean, you have to either get off in Rome or Milan, and then 1 hour to get to like my parents' hometown. So yeah, I feel that like the travel. Once you're like in the middle, you're fine. But like it's the getting there. I don't know. It's kind of pain in the ass. But
yeah.
But I love the plane, dude. I love the plane. Like it's funny. Like sometimes I love riding the plane to the point where like when it's like, oh, we're almost there. It's like, oh shit, man, I'm having fun on the plane. Am I the only one who has fun on the plane?
I don't know.
I think so.
They have a lot of good movies now.
Yeah, they do. It's like they have like a Netflix on there.
Yeah,
it is awesome that you can like text and shit on.
Oh yeah. That's great. Like you can do the Google text, which is awesome.
Yeah,
that's why I was texting you guys while I was flying.
Yeah. I love the plane. I don't know. Like I went to now. Hold on. I haven't been on a plane. I haven't been on a plane in like 20 years. And then this past summer rather, I went to Austin, Texas, and I don't know what. I never understood how people could be afraid of flying. I'm like, what the hell? You're in a chair in the sky. Like there's nothing to be afraid of. Well,
right.
I guess there's a lot of stuff there is to be afraid of. But for whatever reason, when I went to Austin, that 2.5 hour flight was absolutely terrible. Like I was scared out of my mind. Like my nails were digging in to the side, the handrails there. So I don't know if it was just age, because I'm not that old. I'm 36. But Scott, did you have any phobia of flying when you got on the plane?
No. I literally just got back from flying back from Atlanta like a week before. Like
Mr. Fearless here.
The only I feel little. I don't like takeoff.
Yeah, I love that.
Like that like feeling in your stomach with like when they're taking off. I'm not a fan of that. Other than that, I'm fine. I can't really sleep on planes, which my coworker, it blows my mind how fast he can fall asleep. Shout out Matt Ailman. Like I was on a trip with him, and he was boarding group 1 because he's United 1K, so the highest you can get.
Jeez, dude.
He's flying like probably 2 to 3 times a month. He's taking a trip somewhere.
He's probably flying right now.
Yeah. So he got on for group 1. I was group 3. By the time I got on the plane, I passed him. He was already asleep.
We got a couple of those guys at work, and guy, they just fall asleep on instant. Like you can't eat, like on just the second they sit down, boom, asleep. I can't fall asleep for shit. Like I'll lay there sometimes for a good 45 minutes, an hour. I can't sleep. So kudos to that guy. Nonetheless, Scott Berman, welcome back to the good old US of A. It's been a fun episode. I'm interested in doing more little episodes like this, kind of non-basketball related. Give the Horniacs something else to tickle their taste buds. You know what I mean?
Well, in November, I go on a cruise. So when I get back from there, I'll have
We'll have a
some
cruise
We'll have another
episode.
one. Well,
Yeah.
that'll
We'll have a
be
cruise
bowl
episode.
season, so
Oh,
That doesn't matter.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Well, we do have we are going to do hopefully another movie episode. We still
Yes.
haven't figured out the movie yet.
I still think it's
Rat Race.
I'm
well.
down for Rat
I
Race.
like Rat Race. I love Rat Race. Now, here's the thing: does it have to be a basketball related movie? Because like Juwanna Mann is good. Double teamed by like the Disney
Juwanna
Channel.
Mann.
Double
We're not
teamed.
doing
Very
double
good.
teams.
We could do
I
Air
love
Bud.
that movie.
We could do
Air
Air
Bud.
Bud.
Air Bud. We should.
Air
do
Bud's a
Air
good
Bud.
movie.
Any of them, really.
Rebound with Martin Lawrence, great movie.
We could do White
what
Man
was the
Can't
other?
Jump.
Only
the
the
second
first
one.
one.
I like your idea.
Oh no, it was terrible.
I've never seen the second
Oh,
one. So.
I think Air Bud would be a good one.
I think there's like 3 Air Buds of him playing basketball. Then they start getting to like soccer
Yeah.
and like the one where he goes bowling. That's a good
What?
one.
We could do Slam Dunk
They
Ernest.
just run, yeah.
Yeah,
Or the best basketball movie ever made.
Love and Basketball.
Coach Carter.
No, The Sixth Man.
I don't know if I know that one.
I've seen that one. Yeah.
Oh, you have not seen The Sixth Man? That is with the Wayne. I don't know the Wayans. The Wayans guys. Some call them brothers. The Wayans guys. One of them like was playing basketball and he's like hanging on the rim and then like he falls and dies, but then he comes back to help his like brother. He's like in spirit. He's like a fucking ghost. You haven't
This is
seen
in
this
White
movie?
Chicks.
No, this is Sixth Man, not White Chicks.
We could watch Teen Wolf. They have basketball in there. He dunks.
Oh my God! Can we please?
I've never seen Teen Wolf, so I'll have to do.
Oh
some-
my God! We're not all right for you fucking Gen Zers out there. We're not talking about like the MTV TV show. We're talking about the fucking movie from the '80s with Oh my God! I can't.
Speaking of movies from '80s, featuring, well, it's not. That's a different person. Matthew Broderick in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay.
So I heard a conspiracy theory about that. Speaking of '80s movies, that is Groundhog's Day, where he has done that so many times and perfected it. That's why he is able to. It kind of makes sense because he is able to
get out.
predict everything that happened because think about it because there's one perfect example is remember when he the whole car incident and he says this is when he gets mad. Yeah, there's several like moments where it's like he kind of breaks the fourth wall. And,
but he does that. Well, he does break the fourth wall though. It's not like
but it's like
he
he literally has done it so many times that he has perfected it. How else?
And speaking of the fourth wall,
how is he going to
head on over to www.denselrange.com, sponsored by the Fourth Wall. Check out all of our great merch.
How else is he going to choreograph that dance on that float?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
We'll let the fans vote.
Yeah.
Fans, let us know what basketball-related movie you want us to do, or whatever. But gentlemen, we have reached the end of our vacation episode. Scott's vacation episode. I had a lot of fun. This is a very interesting episode. You opened my eyes about France a lot. So
by telling you it's fine.
I was happy to do it. It's just 59 minutes of Scott saying it's fine. It's okay. This was very good. This is fine. But no, it was a good time. So, Scott, before you go, anything else you want to?
No, that's it.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
figured you would have said it by now. Dan Gracie, what do you got over there?
Nothing. I didn't go to France, so I got nothing.
Wonderful.
Oh, oui.
There you go. Well, there you go. I knew somebody.
What was that? What was that from Dexter's Lab?
Omelette du fromage.
Omelette du
cheese omelet.
Yeah, cheese omelet.
Yeah. Did you at least have a French omelet over there?
Alex did, and they asked her how she wanted it cooked, and by cooked meaning rare, medium rare, or well done.
Yep.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have them like runny, firm, or hard.
Okay. I would probably get like medium.
Yeah, that's what she got. Like it was a very watery omelet. By watery, I mean it's a runny omelet. It was kind of weird.
I like my eggs a little runny.
Escargot, pretty good.
Oh, okay. I knew somebody was going to mention it.
It tastes like what it's cooked in.
Yeah, garlic butter.
It's kind of like tofu, where it's just like picks up whatever it's cooked.
I love tofu. I don't eat it nearly enough, but it's because it raises your estrogen levels.
Hell yeah.
Does
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's soy,
but
it's delicious.
Yeah, it's soy. But in any sense, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the end of our show. Thank you, Scott Berman, for taking the time out of your day to not only travel to France, but come back and tell us all about it. I feel like I was on a plane to France with you. I feel like I, too, was getting robbed by a cab driver in France.
I didn't get robbed.
Heard this episode. Potato.
Scammed.
If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more of these kind of non-basketball related material, give us a thumbs up, like this video. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let us know if you've been to France. Let us know what your favorite part of France was or what you disliked about France. With all that being said, stick around for another basketball-related episode coming up in the coming week. And with all that being said, we encourage our Bulls fans, our Horniacs, and our French. Yeah, come on, French. See red, go Bulls, and vive la France. Good night, everybody. I love that shirt.